Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate you tuning in. We have a lot of news today, so bear with me as I run through a lot of important announcements, most particularly about schools, something I know a lot of people have been waiting to hear about. And again, I just want to thank you. I want to thank members of the press for going along with this format, for doing a terrific job of working overtime to keep the people of Rhode Island informed. I know a lot of you haven't had a day off, so I appreciate your extra work and attention to the facts. And to all the people of Rhode Island, thank you for tuning in. My hope with these press conferences is that it gives you a minute to take a breath, sit down and get the information you need to keep you and your family safe and informed and adapt to this new way of living. You know, that's really what this is about. This is it. This is how we're living now. Every day is different, and we have to adapt to what's before us, and staying informed is absolutely key to making that possible. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. The numbers are on the screen, as they always are. Unfortunately, our cases are still climbing. Every day I hope, I get these numbers in the morning, and every day I hope to see them going down, which is what we know needs to happen before we can safely really reopen the economy. And today, unfortunately, you see we have another 412 cases, so more than yesterday. And, very sadly, another 8 deaths. So we are stable, as I've said. This is stable. It's in the range of what we've been seeing, but still haven't turned the corner. And today is an uptick. And, of course, you never want to see more deaths. So I'm just going to ask you to hang in there, continue to stay at home, continue to do social distancing. It's getting harder every day because we're all getting itchy. But the truth of the matter is we are not out of the woods. I wish we were. We are not out of the woods, and we've worked too hard for too long to throw away that great work. So let's keep the foot on the accelerator of social distancing just a bit longer so that we can get over the hump and then, get to a place where we can start to think about reopening our economy. I want to make a brief mention of a little bit of good news. As I have mentioned in the past, the state has received some federal stimulus money. $625 million of that money has landed in the state's bank account, so that is a great thing. It's the Coronavirus Relief Fund. Again, huge thank you to Senators Reid and Whitehouse, Congressman Cicilline and Congressman Langevin. In fact, I talked to Congressman Langevin last night, Congressman Cicilline. They're driving to Washington to take a key vote today on another piece of the stimulus. So thank you guys for fighting every day for Rhode Island. This is late last night, we received a little bit of guidance from Treasury on how we could use this stimulus money, and that's, of course, a great thing. We're still waiting for more guidance. We'll be getting more guidance from the federal government, from the Government Accounting Office, around how we can use the money, how we have to account for the money. So, and we're waiting for the additional tranche of money. But again, I want to say thank you to the federal delegation, and I want to assure the people of Rhode Island that of course, we're going to follow all the rules that the federal government puts out, and we are committed to total transparency and accountability around how we're going to allocate these funds. The reality is we need it. This is really tough. We have 170,000 people filing for unemployment, people really in need of help to stand their businesses back up. We're spending lots of money on testing and contact tracing, public health. So we're going to need every penny of it, and I'm so grateful to Congress and our federal delegation and to the President for moving swiftly to make this happen. The areas that we need money for right away are obviously fully funding the public health and emergency response, softening the blow to this economy and building a safe path back to work through further investments in helping our small businesses to make their places of work safe, job training, education, economic development, all kinds of business support. We want to maximize every penny that we can get from the federal government. We want to continue to make investments in government services. I mentioned yesterday that we're improving the way we're delivering unemployment insurance, improving our technology. We have to continue to adapt and invest so we can take care of every single Rhode Islander and your needs as we go through this. And then just obviously investing in our healthcare system. This is an extremely challenging time for our hospitals and for our nursing homes, our home health care agencies. So as I said, we're going to need every penny, and we have to shore up our healthcare system and our business community so that we can get through this. And there'll be much more to say. Congress, as I said, is meeting again today to pass another stimulus bill. We know that they're working yet on another stimulus bill. The governors have a call tomorrow with the president and vice president. I think they may share the outlines of the next stimulus bill. So there's still a fair bit of uncertainty. As I said yesterday, in about a month, I hope we'll have a much better handle on the finances here in the state and what we can count on from the federal government, and also the guidelines from the federal government on how we can use this. Long-winded way of saying, money's coming in, we're going to need it, and we're going to use it to the best of our abilities to protect the health, safety, and employability of all the people of Rhode Island. Okay, the main topic for today is schools. And it's a topic that I know everybody's been waiting to know. What are we going to do about our schools? Not a day goes by that many, many, many people, including my two children, don't ask me, what are you going to do about schools, Governor? Are we going to reopen them? You're going to keep them closed? And so today, I want to spend the next few minutes telling you the decision that I've made, why I've made it, and what I want to see us do as a state and as a community in order to get through the rest of the school year. So first, let me acknowledge distance learning is not easy. I know that. I know that as a mother. I know that as a governor. I know that as someone with a lot of friends and family and who I listen to. And it's taken a toll on all of us. It's taking a toll on parents, many of whom are trying to adjust to themselves working from home and also helping their kids learn from home. Our kids are having a hard time not seeing their friends, not knowing when they'll see their friends again, struggling in some cases to learn, especially the younger kids, having a bit of a harder time learning in distance learning. I know you guys wish you could be playing sports and dancing and doing your extracurricular activities, and you're not able to do that. Distance learning has been particularly challenging for those with differing abilities. And I hear you, and I know that. You're doing a great job, but it's not perfect. And it's frankly been stressful for teachers. Teachers are working more and harder with distance learning, in many cases, than traditional classroom learning. Some of it is just because it's different. No one's ever done this before. We're doing things together, we, the people of Rhode Island, that have never been done before. I think sometimes when this gets tough, remind yourself of how unprecedented this is. It's hard. Yes, of course it's hard. That's why it's never been done before, and let's hope never has to be done again. So there's teachers that are balancing a full workload, many of whom have their kids at home doing distance learning. And all the teachers we talk to are working their heart out to try to be creative, to reach their kids and engage the students and make sure every student has some semblance of the one-on-one learning, which is, the magic of teaching. And so it's hard, and I don't deny that, and it is not perfect, and you miss out. But I'll tell you this, Turns out you're really good at it. Turns out you're among the best in America at it, because I've looked at all the data. You're doing it, and by every measure, you're doing an amazing job. Every single week, we have improved access to technology and connected more families to the internet. Nearly every district now reports that every single family has the tools and technology they need for distance learning. We have worked so hard as a state to close that gap. I want to thank Kevin Gallagher in my office. I want to thank Cox and Verizon and Sprint and all the public-private partnerships, all the superintendents, Commissioner Infante Green. It's nothing short of miraculous how much you've closed the gap. Now, if you're out there and you're hearing me say this, and you don't have a computer that you need, and you don't have Wi-Fi, you don't have access to the internet, I want you to get in touch with me, because we want you to have what you need to learn. Call the governor's office, email the governor's office, go on Facebook, get to me, and we're going to get you the Wi-Fi you need or internet or tools somehow to make sure that you can do the learning you need to. One of the biggest fears that, myself included, that many of us had going into this was that students weren't going to engage. Students would just lock themselves in their room and disengage. That is not what's happening at all. By every measure, engagement is very high. Participation rates in distance learning have been truly remarkable. And again, that is not true in every state. If you look at other states, we are at the top of engagement. Statewide, we've seen over 90% participation almost every single day of distance learning. When I've been looking at these numbers, often it's 95, 96, 97+% on a daily basis of engagement with distance learning. That's incredible. It's really extraordinary. So I want to say I'm proud of you. If you're a teacher, give yourself a pat on the back. If you're a parent, if you're a student, social worker, educator, coach, take a second right now and give yourself a pat on the back and know that you've blown me away with your work, your hard work, and your great results. And believe me, I know you have your ups and downs. There's still glitches. There will continue to be. But if you had told me on March 16th, which is when we made this decision, that I'd be able to stand here today and say that our participation rates were above 90%, that most children were learning and learning well, that teachers were adapting as well and as quickly as they are, I don't think I would have believed it. So, hats off to every one of you. Now comes for the decision. And I should say it's not a decision that's been an easy one for me. But in light of the fact that we're doing such a good job, we still haven't reached our peak, and we're still seeing increased cases, I've decided we need to continue distance learning K through 12 in our public schools for the remainder of the school year. And to be very honest, I had hoped to wind up in a different place. I had hoped to wind up in a different place. I wanted to be able to say, you know, maybe the last few weeks of school we could go back to school. I wanted to give these kids a chance to end their school year in a traditional setting. The reality is I can't. The data just doesn't support it. And to take that much risk for a few weeks of traditional school, I know would be irresponsible and the wrong decision for all the people of Rhode Island. So as hard as you've been working, and and many of you, maybe some of you say, oh, I wanted to go back to school, it's just not the right thing. And I've studied this. I have talked, not only have I talked to public health here and in other states and read all the data and in other countries and et cetera, I've talked to most superintendents, if not all, consulted with the mayors, many teachers, teacher leaders, parents, parent groups. I've been listening as much as I can, accepting feedback, and the consensus recommendation of all of those discussions is that we have to do distance learning for the rest of the year. I also have been spending a lot of time talking to other governors, either one-on-one or in group calls, and 39 other governors have already called it this year for the rest of the school year. Even in places, like Georgia and Texas, where they're reopening their economy as early as Monday, they've all decided not to reopen schools this year. So the truth is, it's a hard decision. After a lot of thinking and listening, I'm confident it is the right decision, although not an easy one. And here's the important part. It's made. It's the decision that's been made. This is what we're doing. So now we get to work on making the best of it. It's going to be a good decision because we're going to make it together a good decision, because we're going to get to work right now making our plans. And by the way, that includes making plans for the rest of this academic year, so the learning is fresh and interesting and good and engaging, as well as for the summer, and then make certain and make sure we do everything we can so that we can reopen in September. The summer, we're going to spend a lot of effort right now. Now that I've made this decision, it frees up our time and ability to start planning for everything else. My collective message to everybody is let's finish strong. Let's together finish strong. I'm going to do it. As your governor, I'm committed to that. As a mother, I'm committed to that. Let's finish this year strong. Today, I began by going through the details of how great you're doing with distance learning. Let's make it so that in a month and 2 months from now, I can get back up here again and say, Rhode Island stands out in America as the best results for distance learning. Let's hit the cover off the ball and not lose steam, because frankly, it is too important. So to students, that means buckle down and don't slack off. Today, maybe you have some mixed feelings today. Maybe you will be bummed. I know that. A lot of you are bummed. You're not going to see your friends, sports, the whole thing. That's natural. Give yourself some time to feel that way. But wake back up tomorrow and let's get at it. Make a plan. Now you know. Now you have some finality. You know you're not going to go back into your school buildings. So figure out plans you can make with your friends, with your teachers, with the adults in your lives to make the best of the rest of this year. And know that we are committed to making the best of it for you, too. The commissioner is going to talk in a few minutes. She's hard at work with her team on coming up with all kinds of new ideas to make it even more innovative. We've heard from a lot of the students that they're learning, but it's getting a little boring. So the commissioner is full of energy and ideas. She's a top-notch educator herself. She's been working with teachers, and they're going to have some special ideas to make it fresh and new and even more engaging for you so that you can finish the year strong. RIDE is also going to be issuing a statewide calendar for the month of May and June. This will allow us to ensure that every teacher has time for lesson planning and professional development. And we are not giving up on this last however many weeks of learning. So we heard from a lot of teachers and principals and superintendents to please set the calendar. So we've heard you, RIDE's setting the calendar. We're giving you time for planning, and we are counting on you to continue your excellent professional work. And to our families, to all the families out there who may be feeling very frustrated with this announcement that I've just made, I'm not saying we'll see you in September. I am definitely not saying that. In the coming weeks, I'm going to be making more announcements around additional child care. I know we have to get back into the business of providing child care. We're going to work overtime to make sure summer programming is as excellent as it can be. Maybe it's not going to be as it's been in the past, but we, again, with this decision behind us, we're going to shift our attention to finishing the year strong and making sure that summer is excellent, innovative, and filled with learning opportunities for your kids. And then, of course, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that we're ready for September. It's a complicated thing. A lot of people say, oh, well, kids are doing fine with the COVID virus. They're not the ones getting sick. That is true. That is true. Thank God that is true. But you've got to think about busing children, keeping them secure, feeding the children, all the folks over 60 there, making sure the kids, everything is cleaned appropriately. It's a complex operation to run a school, which is something that we had to take into account. I know there are some parents out there who say now that they need extra support, and some students, so bear with me for just a couple more minutes. I want to make a few announcements. For parents who are having trouble supporting their kids with distance learning, I'm very proud we've heard you. We keep trying to listen to needs and meet needs. I want to announce today that RIDE is going to be working with the Highlander Institute and to expand their distance learning helpline to parents and families. Teachers have been using this resource since March 24th, and now it's available to parents who have questions on how to best support students during their distance learning experience. So if you're a parent and you're hearing me say this, you're struggling a little bit with distance learning, maybe with the technology, you can call this helpline, 904-414-4927, or go online to the highlanderinstitute.org. I also want to take a minute to address the mental health needs that our kids have, and remind everyone, parents and kids themselves, about Kids Link. Kids Link is a 24/7 hotline that parents can call when they feel their kids need more and better access to mental health. Maybe your kids are angry, anxious, acting out, depressed, lashing out at their siblings. The number there is 1-855-543-5465. It's a hotline. It's 24/7. It's run by Bradley Hospital. They're operating as a kind of a one-stop shop. They will talk to you, help you assess your needs, and then connect you with the right professional who can help you and your kids with your mental health needs. Don't be shy to reach out. There's not a person out there in Rhode Island who's not struggling in some way living with what's going on. So if you're anxious, depressed, sad, and you need help, particularly if it's severe or different, I want you to call Kids Link and get the help you need. And don't forget, executive order I signed, it's got to be covered by insurance, and it's got to be covered by insurance if it's delivered over the telephone, if your care is delivered over the telephone, the same as it would be if it were delivered in an office. Okay, I want to look right into the camera and talk to my special friends in the class of 2020. This is a bummer. There is no other way for me to say it. And I'm sorry. You guys, this was your senior year of spring. You were going to be the captain of your sports team. You were going to go to your prom. You were going to hang out with your friends, spring flings, have, and Alika laughs, it's true. We were all teenagers. We went through it. The spring of your senior year is supposed to be fun time, hanging out with your friends, walking across the aisle and picking up your diploma, throwing the cap into the air. And now all of a sudden, coronavirus comes along. And I'm telling you, you're stuck in your house for learning, and everything's going to be different. So it's a tough message, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Proms, traditional proms, and traditional in-person graduations, like we had, aren't going to be possible this spring. That's the bad news. Here's the good news. We're going to do lots of other stuff. We're going to make it great. We're going to make it fun. We're going to get creative. And we're going to recognize you and your talent and your accomplishment in new and different ways. And you are too. So later today or soon, the RIDE is going to send out guidance to your superintendents with some suggestions around fun things we can do to help you celebrate, and also guidelines. And within those guidelines, I want you to get creative. Come up with new, fun, interesting ways to celebrate yourselves and your friends. And we have a few things up our sleeve, too, to make sure that you get the recognition that you deserve. And I promise you, you'll never forget it. I promise you, you'll never forget it. I'm also excited to announce that we'll be partnering with Rhode Island PBS to host a statewide television graduation special to commemorate the class of 2020 this June. The broadcast will have special guest speakers, musical performances, and contributions from you guys. So we're going to make it one way or another so that you have some experience of, walking across that stage, grabbing your diploma, and getting the congratulations that you deserve. And trust me, we're going to do our best, and it's going to be better than we might think. And now, one last thing. My kids always tease me that we can't finish without an assignment, so I do also have an assignment. It's not just fun for the class of 2020. Here's your assignment. While you're home, if you're a senior, find a little extra time, I want you to complete your FAFSA. The FAFSA is the financial aid form that'll help you figure out what aid you're eligible for to go to college. It's not a fun form to fill out. I wish the federal government would simplify it. It is what it is, so let's get it done. Almost 60% of the class of 2020 has already filled out the FAFSA. Way to go. That makes Rhode Island 4th in the nation for FAFSA completion so far. So let's make Rhode Island number one. Number one. The FAFSA will help you find money for college, and I want every single one of you to fill it out. All of you. Every one of you. Maybe some of you are saying, I could never afford to go. Well, you don't know until you fill out the form. So my challenge is to fill out the form. You have until June 30th. And RIDE has partnered with the Student Loan Authority and the College Crusade to help you figure out how to fill out the form. Finally, I want to speak to the kids directly, continue to speak to them. A few weeks ago, I did a kids press conference with my husband, Andy, and it was pretty fantastic. You sent your questions in ahead of time. We received more than 15,000 questions, so we're going to do it again. Thursday, April 30th, a week from today, at 1 o'clock, I'm going to hold another kids press conference. Just like we did it before, we're going to ask you to send your questions in advance. You don't need to tell us your name or your school if you don't want to. Just give us a chance to hear what's on your mind and give us a chance to answer your questions. So that's next week at 1 o'clock on Thursday. So there you have it. That's our plan. Let's get to work. Let's make it great, and let's make sure we give these kids the very best that we can and that they deserve. Two other announcements briefly. Yesterday, I talked to those among us who were 60 and older, and I got a strong reaction back, particularly from very active people who are in their 60s. First phone call I got was from my brother, who reminded me he hasn't taken a week off in 6 weeks. He's a physician. So let me just allay some fears. You're going to be able to continue to go to work. We love you and want you to stay active. But the point of my comment, and I was advised by public health folks to make it, was just to say, look, this is different now, and we have to do what we need to do to keep ourselves safe. And not every 60-year-old is in the same situation. I'll be the first to acknowledge that. But the fact is, the older you are, if you have underlying health issues, the virus is more dangerous. So I just want everyone to start preparing themselves for having the necessary support in place to keep yourselves healthy and safe. It's a note to employers. It's a note to all of us. So I'm sorry if I created confusion. We don't have any particular regulations. In no way ever will we do anything to be discriminatory or reduce your chances of keeping a job or getting a job. It was just a way to say we want everybody to be safe. So take a minute to pause and think ahead and realize, we're going to be adapting to this virus for at least a year, and we want to make sure everybody, wherever they are in the stage of life, is safe, has access to the health care they need, and takes all the necessary precautions. Finally, tonight marks the start of Ramadan. For thousands of Rhode Islanders, this will mean celebrating the holiest time of the year physically apart from your faith community. And again, I know it's hard. We've been through Passover together through coronavirus. We've been through Easter through coronavirus. And now we're going to go through Ramadan through coronavirus. And I know many of you in the Muslim community wait all year for this time of the year to pray, to fast, to be together as a community, to be close with your friends and family and in your faith community. Last year, I had the privilege of breaking the fast with hundreds of people in the Islamic community at the Islamic School of Rhode Island. And we had a great time. The food was fantastic, and it was really special for me to be part of that community. So I have a feeling for how difficult this is going to be. You're not going to be able to get together in community and break the fast. You do need to obey social distancing, which at this point is 5 or fewer, and the stay-at-home order is still in effect. So our hearts go out to you, and our prayers and our thoughts are with our Muslim brothers and sisters as you begin your holy celebration tonight.